Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be talking about going to Disney with your toddler or infant or just really any child under 3. And I promise is not as scary as people make it sound. If you're new here, I'm Monse. I'm a mom, a Disney lover, and I'm a person who definitely does not overplan. I am a type B mom through and through, and I genuinely believe that Disney is fun no matter what age you are. Even if your little ones don't remember it, you will. So today I'm sharing my real life, go with the flow tip for enjoying Disney with your toddlers without overthinking or burning out. Okay, first things first. You have to let go of the pressure. I know everyone online has these perfectly curated itineraries, every minute planned, dining reservations at exact times. But if that's not you, it's okay. When you have a kid under 3, your day does not need to go perfectly. And it doesn't have to. The magic at Disney is in the little moments, watching their face light up when they see Mickey, dancing on Main Street, sharing a pretzel together. Those are the moments that you're really going to remember. Those are the little moments that you will remember that they might not remember, but that you will probably have footage of and you can show them later on. My rule, let the day unfold. You'll have way more fun when you stop trying to control everything. Okay, let's talk about what you actually need to bring to the parks, because I promise it's less than you think. Here's what we always pack. A stroller with storage underneath. Absolutely necessary. Your little ones are going to get tired. There's a lot of walking. You're not going to want to carry them throughout the day because you're also going to be tired. So a stroller that you can push them around the park in, also with enough storage underneath so you can pack away anything that you purchase. You don't have to carry it with you at all times. It is really key to a nice flawless day in the parks. Refillable water bottles are so important and something that I see a lot of people tend to forget about. There are water bottle filling stations throughout the park, so you can constantly refill your water bottle. The great thing about the refillable water bottle, especially if you have a Stanley, a Brewmate, anything that keeps your liquids cold, is exactly that. Your water will remain cold throughout your time in the park, which is really important. It gets really hot and you're walking around and you're thirsty and you're gonna need to drink some water. You can always purchase water bottles in the park, but honestly, why spend the extra money when you could just bring a water bottle to the park and refill it there? Also, you don't want to constantly have to buy water bottles. And if you are thirsty in that moment and you have to go get a bottle of water, if there's a huge line and your toddler starts freaking out because they're thirsty and they're hot, you're not going to have a good time. So definitely suggest having a water bottle on hand that you could easily refill and that you can always have replenished with water. Snacks are a big one. I know there's a ton of snacks at Disney and they're fun and they're great. However, if you have a picky toddler like mine, he doesn't eat any of the snacks in Disney. So we always pack him snacks that we know he wants to eat. Don't pack snacks that you're trying for the first time. Don't pack anything that your toddler might have liked but maybe doesn't like anymore, or that you're having a hard time feeding them. Don't pack fruits, don't pack veggies. Just pack snacks that are easy to grab, easy to eat on the go, and that you know 1000% your toddler is going to eat. Toddlers get hungry very quickly, and if you don't have something on hand that they love and they will definitely eat, then you're going to be kind of screwed. And that leads to parents not having fun because then their kids are freaking out and they're screaming and they're crying and they're trying to figure out what to do. And if it's a hunger issue, they have to go and get food. And sometimes the lines for food are long. Sometimes we don't know if our kids are actually going to eat the chicken tenders that we find or the hot dog. I've had a lot of experiences where I buy Logan chicken tenders or hot dogs or anything that I know he's eaten at home and he just won't eat it in the parks. We have to understand the children are overstimulated. It's a lot of fun for them. They're seeing a lot of things at once and they might just not even be thinking about hunger. And when they do, it's like the world ends and everything needs to stop and you need to find them the right snack. So definitely pack snacks, but pack snacks that you know 1000% your kids are going to eat, whether that's popcorn popcorn or chips, whatever that may be for you, do that. Another important thing to pack is a blanket or a fan, depending on the weather here in Orlando. So on really hot days, you're gonna want a fan because it does get really hot. You wanna be able to keep your kid really happy and content, and you don't want them overheating. You don't want them getting fussy because it's too hot. So a fan really does help with that. And then on the flip side, when it does get cooler here, especially in December, January, the sun goes down, it does tend to get very chilly here. You're gonna want a blanket to keep them nice and warm. Other things that we pack are just essentials like baby wipes, change of clothes, diapers, underwear. Logan is currently potty trained, so we just pack an extra set of underwear just in case. But when he was a baby, we would pack a day's worth of diapers. Now, another thing that we found super helpful was when we found this milk bag. Honestly, this thing changed our lives. Like, we used to go to the park with one pre-made bottle of milk, and then we would walk around in hopes of finding milk. And at the parks, the only place that consistently has whole milk is Starbucks. You can sometimes find milk at the other stores, but it's usually skim milk or chocolate milk. And now we're able to prep 2 bottles of milk, and it keeps it cool literally for the entire day. So that was kind of life-changing for us. And it doesn't necessarily just have to be for milk. It could be for your juice, for any food that you want to keep cool. If you do want to bring fruit to the parks, you can keep it in there and it'll keep everything nice and cool. For my parents with formula, just make sure you're bringing enough for the day. This is the only time that I recommend being type A about anything, and it's with formula and milk. So just remember to bring enough for the day, especially with formula. This is literally the only time that I ask you to be type A, just because formula is really hard to come by, especially in the parks. I have never seen a place that has formula in the park. So just make sure you pack enough. And that's really it. Don't overpack your bags with things that you might need, you think you will need, you've never actually needed, because it will get heavy. You're walking around and you don't want it on your back, weighing you down, or on your stroller when you're pushing a kid, and you probably have things that you've already purchased, and it's just not necessary. Literally, keep it simple is your best bet. And honestly, aside from formula, you can find anything and everything that you may have forgotten while you're in the parks. They do have a family station, and they sell all kinds of things like diapers, sunscreen, baby wipes. Just, they do sell things for babies. So if you did forget something, you're probably going to be able to find it in the park. So don't stress yourself out too much. Don't overwhelm yourself about the things that you might need. One of my favorite things about going with the flow is that you literally find magic in anything and everything. And it can be so unexpected. Sometimes the best part of our day isn't even getting on a ride. It's literally just sitting out by the hub grass, eating popcorn, watching the parade go by. And the truth is, your toddler won't care if you miss a lightning lane or a character meet and greet. They're happy just being there, soaking up the music, the light, and the joy. So don't rush from ride to ride. Take your time, get some ice cream, let them run around, because that's where the real magic and memories happen. Yes, the rides are fun, but if you're stressing out about having to get on the rides and the lightning lanes, it's gonna get to you and you're not gonna be able to enjoy it. Trust me, little Maya is not gonna remember that you booked a lightning lane and you missed it. She will forget. She will not even know that that lightning lane existed or what the lightning lane was for. So don't worry. Just calm down, relax, breathe, and enjoy the moment. Enjoy the moment you're in, because those are the moments that you're gonna show to your kids later on when they get older, and you're gonna be like, oh, remember when we sat there and just watched the fireworks? We waited for like 3 hours for the fireworks and they were just amazing. Those are the things you're gonna tell your kids. There will be moments that are gonna feel chaotic. The stroller won't fold, it's about to rain, you don't have a cover for the stroller, someone drops a snack, apps don't happen. That's all a part of it. At the end of the day, you're in a park. The kids are overstimulated. They are too excited. Things will happen, things will go wrong, and that's okay. I always try to remember that this version of Disney is just a season. One day they won't fit in the stroller, and we're gonna miss pushing them through Main Street with coffee in hand. So give yourself grace, laugh when things go wrong, because they will, and that's okay. Now, people love to say, but they won't even remember. Why do you take them so little? Isn't it annoying? And that's true. They probably won't, but you will. You'll remember their first Mickey hug, or how they danced dance to the parade music, or how their eyes lit up when they saw a castle, or they saw their favorite character in real life, or they finally understood what that ride was about. Those are your memories. That's the kind of magic that stays with you long after the day ends. That's the kind of magic I want in my life. And yes, Logan probably doesn't remember the first time we took him to Disney, but I do. And it was incredible. I highly suggest everyone take their kids to Disney, whether they're too little, too old. You're gonna make beautiful memories regardless. If you're thinking about going to Disney with your little ones, do it. Don't wait until they're older or you have everything perfectly planned. Just go and let the magic happen. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe, and let me know down in the comments what one of your favorite memories with your kids at Disney is. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Let's go.